If you've been stuck in a weight loss plateau, feeling frustrated, exhausted, and like no matter how healthy you eat or how hard you work out, nothing is changing, there is a reason for that. It's not just because you're not trying hard enough. You've probably been told that the secret to losing weight is eat less, move more. No one's telling you this part. Eating too little can actually make fat loss harder. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but hear me out. When you're constantly dieting, cutting calories, skipping meals, pushing harder in your workouts, your metabolism doesn't keep burning. It usually slows down to conserve energy. Your body's not broken, it's just protecting you. When your body senses that food is scarce, it switches straight into survival mode, dialing your metabolism down, holding on to that body fat, and making you crave foods that you swore you'd cut out. Here's where it gets even worse. The longer that you've been stuck in this cycle, the more your body adapts. Suddenly, what used to be a calorie deficit has just become your new normal. That's why even when you're barely eating and you're not even satisfied, the scale refuses to actually budge and you're starting to feel exhausted. You're feeling frustrated and you're wondering why your body isn't cooperating. If any of this sounds familiar, I am telling you, today's video is a must watch. Why? Because the solution isn't to cut calories even more. The actual answer is to eat more, but strategically. And this is called reverse dieting. And it is one of the most powerful tools you can use to, one, repair your metabolism, break through weight loss plateau, and help you feel energized, strong, and confident again without starving yourself. But to keep these results going, you're going to have to also use something called calorie cycling. And that is a strategy that helps your body burn more fat without getting stuck in this whole diet mode. If you've been dieting for months or even years and you're still stuck, don't skip this video. I am breaking down exactly what reverse dieting is, how to combine it with calorie cycling, and how these two strategies can completely transform your metabolism and body. First, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt like your body was just not responding to anything, no matter how hard you try? Drop a comment below. Tell me what's been your biggest struggle. I'd love to hear your story. Let's talk about why low-calorie diets are keeping you stuck. I'm going to start with a story about a client, Melissa. And Melissa was doing everything right. She was eating 1,200 calories a day, working out 5 times a week, and following all the typical rules. But instead of seeing results, she was exhausted. She was irritable and constantly craving sweets. This might sound familiar to you guys. Here is what was really happening. Melissa's metabolism had slowed down because she'd been eating low calories for so long, her body adapted, slowing down her calorie burn to match her intake. Her body was holding on to fat. Even though she was barely eating, her body stayed in protection mode. What it was doing was hoarding every calorie like it was prepping for a famine. Her hormones were completely out of whack. Her stress hormones, the cortisol, was elevated, making fat loss even harder. Her energy was completely depleted. The longer she stayed in this calorie deficit, the worse her energy was getting and her willpower got, making healthy choices really, really impossible for her. And this is exactly why chronic dieting keeps so many women stuck, because your body isn't fighting you, it's just simply protecting you. And that's where reverse dieting comes in. Let's talk about what is reverse dieting and why it works. Reverse dieting is exactly what it sounds like. You slowly increase your calories over time to actually reverse the damage of chronic dieting. With Melissa, we started adding just 50 to 100 calories a week. Nothing extreme. At first, Melissa was completely terrified to be eating more. She thought for sure that the scale would jump up. Here's what happened. Her energy skyrocketed. Now, instead of dragging through her workouts, she actually started feeling stronger, powerful, and really started to look forward to her exercises again. Her cravings disappeared. With more food coming in, her body finally stopped screaming for all the sugar and snacks. Her clothes started to fit better. Even before the scale moved, Melissa started to notice her waist felt tighter and the bloating that she was experiencing was gone. Her metabolism started working with her again. With more food in her system, her body finally felt safe enough to start burning fat instead of holding on to it. And that is the magic of reverse dieting. It teaches your body to burn more calories naturally instead of constantly feeling like you have to eat less. Let's talk about why calorie cycling keeps your metabolism burning. Once your metabolism is stronger and your energy is back, this is where calorie cycling is how you keep your metabolism burning without feeling stuck in a diet mode. Here's how I introduced calorie cycling to Melissa. Step one, most days she ate at maintenance, enough to fuel her workouts without feeling deprived. Step two, twice a week, we added a refeed day. So this is where she ate more intentionally, especially carbs to help boost her metabolism. Step three, on some weeks, we added 1 or 2 low carb days, especially when Melissa felt a little bloated or sluggish. And that mix, it kept her metabolism guessing and kept her body releasing fat without burning out. How do we combine reverse dieting and calorie cycling for maximum results? If reverse dieting is how you repair your metabolism and calorie cycling is how you keep it burning, then combining these two is the ultimate game changer, especially for us girls over 40. Here is how to combine these two things together. Step one, I would advise you to start with reverse dieting for 6 to 12 weeks to rebuild your metabolism. Step two, once your energy is up, you can introduce the whole calorie cycling thing. This is going to be like 3 to 4 base days, 1 to 2 refeed days, and optional 1 to 2 low carb days. Step three, you're going to want to match your calorie intake with your workouts. Higher calorie days on strength training days, base days on rest days, and lower carb days when you need like a reset from having a couple of indulgences, because we know those do come in. When you combine these two methods, your metabolism gets fired up, your body responds faster, and fat loss feels way easier without the mental burnout. Here's the bottom line. Your metabolism isn't broken and your body is not fighting against you. If you've been stuck in a cycle of dieting, calorie cutting, and just feeling like your body won't cooperate, the answer is not actually cutting calories. It is about eating smarter. You want to trust your body, fuel your metabolism, and start watching results finally build up. If this hit home, make sure you watch the next video that breaks down how mindless eating could actually be sabotaging your progress and how develop better body awareness can help you eat less without dieting. As always, keep moving, keep flowing, because you are sexy, strong, and unstoppable.